small village named Ahia. There lived a blind girl named Bunmi. Bunmi's mother died after giving birth to her. Her father, Bayo, got married to a second wife named Femi before he died also after an illness. Femi had two daughters who were very lazy, arrogant, and disrespectful. They would make Bunmi do all the house chores alone, despite her being blind. Bunmi suffered a lot in the hands of her stepmother and stepsisters. Despite Bunmi's pain and disability, she was kind and courageous. One day, when Bunmi was done with all her chores, she was so tired and hungry. She went to the kitchen to get what to eat. But her wicked stepsisters hid the food where she won't find it. Bunmi, being so devastated, went out to look for what to eat. While she was walking down the road, an old woman who was sitting under a tree called her and pleaded with her to help her carry her pot of water. That she was tired and can no longer carry it. Bunmi said to the old woman, "I am physically challenged and can't really help you, except if you could help me lift the pot of water and place it on my head and then direct me to where your hut is while holding my walking stick." The old woman was very surprised to see a blind girl who accepted her offer to help her, because the other villagers she has met declined by giving few excuses. Then Bunmi, with the help of the old woman, carried the pot of water to her hut. Bunmi, who was very hungry, endured the hunger while carrying the pot of water. When they reached the woman's hut, the old woman thanked her and offered her food. Bunmi, who just met her for the first time, was scared to accept the food, but the old woman assured her she was harmless. After Bunmi finished eating and was about to leave, the old woman brought out a native calabash and gave it to Bunmi. She told her it would help her regain her sight every night. Bunmi was scared to collect the calabash from her, but the woman persuaded her to collect it, which she did. Bunmi then hurriedly returned back home and hid the native calabash under her bed. When it was night, Bunmi woke up to ease herself, and to her surprise, she could see. She remembered the old woman and the calabash she gave her, which she hid under her bed. That was when Bunmi knew the old woman meant no harm. Bunmi used the opportunity to weave baskets, which she would sell at the market, to take care of herself, since her stepmother and her stepsister don't care to help her. She weaved up to 50 baskets that night. Her stepsisters the next morning woke up and was surprised to see a lot of baskets Bunmi has weaved last night. They did not believe their eyes. They became envious and jealous because they know she would make a lot of sales and money from it. This continued for some time. Bunmi would wake up every night to weave baskets to sell in the market the next day, because that was the only time she was able to see, only at night. She made a lot of money from it and saved some also. Bunmi's stepsisters kept on being jealous of Bunmi. One day, they prepared a delicious food and gave it to her. Bunmi was surprised that her stepsisters, who were wicked to her, would prepare a meal and give to her to eat. Bunmi collected the food from them and thanked them. When she was about to eat it, at a second thought, she said she would eat the food later, after she returned from selling her baskets. Later that day, Femi, Bunmi's stepmother, returned from the market. She saw a food on the table. She ate the food without knowing it was poisoned. She died immediately after eating the food. Bunmi's stepsisters, Bolu and Ayomide, returned back from their friend's house and were expecting to see Bunmi's dead body, but was surprised to see their mother dead instead. They screamed. They screamed out of shock and began to cry. When Bunmi returned from the market, she met them crying and asked what was going on. Bolu and Ayomide knelt down to beg Bunmi to forgive them, that the food they gave to her was poisoned and was meant to kill her, but their mother ate it instead. Bunmi was so sad about their evil acts, but she still found a place in her heart to forgive them. The lesson of this story is to be happy for people's success rather than try to plot evil against them. And also, be nice to your step-siblings. Thanks for watching and please subscribe. Thanks for stopping by.